Candlepin New Generation encourages kids to be active and enjoy candlepin bowling. Candlepin New Generation is made possible by Academy Lanes, New England's largest candlepin center. Visit academylanes.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
Season 16 of Candlepin New Generation. We are back. I'm alongside Brian Rowe. I am Rob Taylor. We are at Woburn Bowladrome with our friends from Franklin TV, and we are ready for 12 jam-packed, hot, action-filled Candlepin bowling matches. Are you stoked, Brian? Are you stoked?
I'm so happy to be here. 16 seasons, it's amazing. I can't wait to get ready.
We have got 4 awesome contestants in this 12 to 14 age group matchup. We are going to start to my left with Sammy. Sammy Smith is out of Woburn Bowladrome, and that happens to be where we're bowling. Do you feel that gives you any advantages?
I feel like it does because I'm really used to these lanes, and if I bowl the way I usually do, I think I'll be good.
Couldn't agree more. We've got Trever by your side. Trever, you are a veteran of the show out of bogey lanes. Do you feel that experience gives you any advantage being on the program?
Just a little bit.
What's the expectation for the day for you today?
At least trying to get past the first round.
Cool. Well, we'll see if it happens. We would love if it happens, but we've got 2 big opponents in the way of that. Why don't you talk to them?
Yes, we do. We have a couple of first-time bowlers over here. Start out with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, how you feeling today?
Nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
How long have you been bowling?
3 years.
All right, so it's just what you do every time you go bowling, and it's ignore the lights and all that.
Yeah, I know.
And we got your partner, Cody. Cody, how are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous.
Just a little nervous?
Just a little.
All right, what's your game plan to go out? What do you want to do for this first match?
Hopefully bowl well.
Bowl well. That's always the goal over here, right?
Always the goal. We have got 4 kids ready to take the lanes, so let's watch. Let's get season 16 underway. Cheyenne is up first. She's on lane 38. Go get him, Chey.
Back in the booth.
Woo! Feels good.
Oh, man.
Pre-show jitters for me. I can't imagine what the contestants are going through. Chey's first ball on the 4-pin. Next to her is Sammy Smith. The squirrel, she has nicknamed herself.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's
on
a
her
good
stat sheet. That is a good one. Sammy off the head pin, but a good fall. Feel like we've got some action-filled pins here at Woburn Bowladrome. Ed put out the new pins for us. They take care of us.
They look pretty shiny.
Yeah, you betcha. Only the best for Candlepin New Generation. So Sammy going for the spare. She's got wood on the head pin. Nice attempt. Leaves the 8-9 in back. And now I am excited to keep score by hand, Brian.
I don't know how that's going to go.
So why don't you talk about something cool as a 7 is thrown by Cheyenne.
Well, I think Sammy bowling out of Woburn, huge advantage.
Huge, go on.
I mean, you're basically doing everything you do every week. A lot of these kids bowling all across New England. They gotta travel to a new house somewhere they may not have been before. And you know, this is just another league morning for her, really. Show up, same time, same place, you know the lanes, you're comfortable. All you gotta do is get over the lights real quick and it's just bowling.
True. Potentially short drive for Sammy as well, the Billerica native. Cheyenne not much further, down in Amesbury. She threw a beautiful ball on the head pin, but is left with a brutal split. Maybe the left of the 4-pin might be the play. Sammy, meanwhile, gets away from her a little bit. She'll try to regroup. Cheyenne goes by the nickname Shiny.
Like those pins.
Like those pins. And like the Pokemon, right? The rare ones,
yeah.
If I remember right.
Exactly.
I don't think they existed. Shiny Pokemon, give me a break. I played that game for hundreds of hours and never
So
found
you think it was a ploy by Pokemon too?
Sammy finds the head pin, nice bid.
This is a classic example where I can't see the 10-pin.
Oh, those are my favorite matches when you get excited.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep you posted. 8
Thanks.
for Cheyenne, Shiny. That gives her 15 after 2. And Sammy with a beautiful 10.
Good single on that one, right? Nice single pick in.
That was a double, Brian. We can take another look at that one on the
Yeah.
replay. A beautiful 10 conversion. The 4 going into the 10 with wood in between. got mixed reviews on who might be editing these matches. It could be either of the two Chris's or Meredith. So big hello to the Chris's. Chris, who is on camera, just pointed at himself. So this is great that we'll be in his ear for the day because we're always very kind to the editors of the program. Big head pin hit by Sammy.
Let's have it not take 6 years, Chris.
Cheyenne, a little off to the right. She'll look for the big pickup. Sammy now going for the spare. She's got the wood flat in front. The 10 pin is there, I will note, Brian. And if I'm Sammy, I'm going right of the red line. She goes left, gives it a nice try.
Not bad bid. The 10 pin go?
It did not, no.
Too bad.
Both of our contestants looking for outs. And that'll be a 7 for Cheyenne, bringing her total up to 22. It's easy for the first 5 boxes, this whole scorekeeping business. 8 for Sammy, gets her to 26, and an early 4-pin lead. We mentioned Chris would be editing. He's on camera. He is our FranklinTV crew member of the week. Ooh. Chris, who I think bears a striking resemblance to Pete from the Hunger Games. Katniss's love interest, the protagonist.
Yeah, I got you. I see it.
When asked for a fun fact, Pete described himself as not fun. I'll note, Pete, our director,
is a compliment.
Pete, our director, said that Chris prefers to take his fun in brief, intense spurts.
I can't wait to see one today.
We could have some fun with a big spare pickup here. We've got 2 opportunities. Cheyenne going for the 4 horsemen. There's a little right. Meanwhile, Sammy, she's hit the head pin a couple times in a row. She's got a tough leave here. Probably wants to hit that wood and give it a ride. We'll see what she does. She's on the wood, bounces around. 10 pin regrettably is still up, Brian. Wood bounced right around it. Great attempt by the Woburn native. Woburn Bowladrome, that is. A 9 for Cheyenne. Brings her up to 31. Sammy, meanwhile, going for the 10. She will get 9, bringing her up to 35. So 1 box remains for our ladies.
So I got a question.
Please, hit me.
For favorite food, Cheyenne wrote German fries.
German fries?
Yeah, what's that?
A delicacy,
really?
Brian. Yes, absolutely. German fries I've only ever eaten at Salisbury Beach. In a relatively rundown section of the beach area. They're like potato chips, but thicker.
So that's not a shot at the French?
No. Variation. Great with vinegar.
Just making sure. I wasn't sure.
Cheyenne looking for the spare pickup. She's got 9 to get. She is on the head pin. They're still tumbling.
Keep following.
Sammy maybe with a little early edge this half. She's got the lead. She's got a makeable spare leave, but she's going to need the pins to bounce around a little bit. Now, we'll note that Sammy has her favorite food listed as French fries. Ooh, great effort. The leaves the 10 again. And so a match between the French and German varieties of everyone's favorite potato-based food. 8 for Cheyenne. Brings her to 39 at the half.
Yeah, you're going to have to let them know that they can sit.
And Sammy with the 10 puts her at 45. So our gentlemen will now take the lanes. A 6-pin lead handed to
boys.
2 boys, yes. To Trever Kenneson with the 6-pin lead. He is in the purple, because his direction depends on which camera you're looking at. Cody Winchell will be throwing the first ball. In the navy blue shirt, he is out of Exeter Bowling Lanes. And he is using a brand of bowling ball that I used to own.
Aren't they both in purple?
No, those would be different.
But they're both purple.
I would say... Oh, are you saying the shirt or the bowling ball?
I'm saying the shirt.
I would call Cody's shirt navy blue. We'll talk to Cody about this later on in the program. Indigo, perhaps?
I mean, I'm colorblind, so...
No. Cody on the head pin. Nice attempt. Leaves 2. Trever now. On the head pin. Nice attempt, and he picks up the first mark of season 16. What a spare by Trever.
Nothing like throwing it right off the bat. You know what I mean? First box, all the jitters are gone. Now you can just roll.
Breaks the ice. A nice 9 for Cody. And Chris, show him another clip of that spare. Thank you, Chris. So Trever looking for the fill and to build on his now 7-pin lead. Cody taking his time in his first new generation appearance. On the head pin, great ball, a lot of action. But a tough spare leave. Trever, meanwhile, veers a little left, a tough one fill for Trever. Cody, great effort. A little bit of a delay there as he waited for the balls to come back. That's tough when you're right on the head pin, throwing a good ball and have to reset like that. May have gotten to Trever a little too. He'll look for the big out. Opportunity here for Cody to cut into that 7-pin lead. 8 for Cody.
It's gonna be a good day.
Trever with
Nice
a beautiful
out.
out. Great way to come back from that. Carries a late 10-pin too, so that gives him a 9. Bring Trever up to 20, Cody at 17. And a 9-pin lead in favor of Trever and Sammy.
Those are some of my favorite boxes.
When you
think
veer
it's a way
left
for
twice
you?
and you get an out.
Yeah, it's just a great comeback. You know, you can see the kids not rattling them.
Common for me is spend a lot of my time on the 4-pin and the
Yeah,
gutter.
see, if that was me, I would have punched one, I would have thrown the second one in the gutter, then I would have the hole. 1 box.
Both of our gentlemen trying to figure it out on the lanes up there. Cody going for the spare pickup. Finds the head pin. Little full, but a great bid. Trever, meanwhile, restarting, and this one finds the quarter pocket. And both of our gentlemen looking for outs.
Both decent spare leaves, sir.
And that is a
Shot
10
all over
for
it.
Cody.
I was a 10.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they were both 10 leaves?
Yeah, those were both 10 leaves, yeah. Couple tough first balls for the gentlemen. They're going to look to get on the head pin this time.
First game juniors, that's all.
Yeah, we'll get in the groove
That's on
by
me, that's
weeks
on me.
6, 7, etc. Looking to continue to chip into the 7-pin lead. Cody has got down on his sheet the hobbies of basketball and bowling. I always love when they put bowling down as a hobby.
Yeah.
Basketball as well, and that one buries the head pin, but not a slam dunk for a spare leave.
I
Trever,
mean, in
meanwhile.
every other scenario, it's a conversation starter. People are like, oh, you're bowl? You're like, yeah, Candlepin, you know, not a lot of people know about it, small sport. Here, it's like, oh, yeah, no kidding.
This is the only place in the world where saying you're a Candlepin bowling won't start a conversation. Straight through the middle is Cody, a tough break. Trever, meanwhile, having a little trouble veering left early. He's going to look to correct for the out. I have the opposite problem here at Woburn. I always veer right.
Really?
I do, yeah. Something about...
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah. Something about the ball not gripping the lanes is what I like to say, but obviously it's all just my own skill and talent
Always blame the house.
that is lacking. 8 for Trever, 7 for Cody. That brings Trever up to 36, Cody up to 34. They've got 1 box remaining in the half, and Trever is sporting an 8-pin lead. Cody would love to get a mark to hand off to Cheyenne, build a little momentum for their team. Cody, all over that head pin. Maybe his most makeable spare leave of the match so far, though still a tricky one. Trever, meanwhile, still homing in on that head pin. Cody tossed a 266 to qualify for the program. Trever a 284. Cody catches the cap, but it doesn't quite flip over. Trever, meanwhile, through the gap, and now both of our contestants looking for big outs to hand it over to their partners. Cody on the wood for a nice 9. That'll give him a 43 at the half. Trever, meanwhile, a 6 to give him a 42. And that means combined, it is 87 to 82 in favor of Sammy Smith and Trever Kenneson, a 5-pin lead. And our ladies are going to switch sides, actually. So Cheyenne, you're going to 37. Sammy is going to 38. We try to keep things equitable here on Candlepin New Generation. Wouldn't want a biased lane to skew the difference. I assume that's the logic, though that's,
Yeah, probably.
That's a weird tradition we have. Cheyenne goes first on that one. Elisa, the insider, will help her get settled.
We'll figure that one out.
Sammy now. On the 3-pin. Cheyenne, hold on for 1 second. We're going to let Sammy go first. We'll have the bowler on the right start these boxes off. Sammy now a little bit off. And so Cheyenne looking for a big 4-horseman pickup. Go get him. Cheyenne a little to the right. Both of our ladies looking for outs.
Let's see, what do we got?
Cheyenne qualified for the program with a 252 score, and Sammy with a 277 as she gets a 7. That'll bring her up to 52. Cheyenne with the 8 brings her up to 47 and continues to chip away at that lead, which is now 4 pins held by Sammy.
I don't like reading all like their favorite things because I don't know any of them anymore.
Yeah,
I feel too old.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But as a teacher, obviously, my job is to keep up with
All the trends.
the hobbies of
What's hot in the
children.
street.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
And so Cheyenne's favorite song is by the... I don't know who BTS is.
Yeah.
I stand
So,
corrected.
yeah,
Danger
you don't even know.
is the song. Danger. Nice shot by Sammy. The pins are in danger there. She drops the spare and gets her first mark of her new gen career out of the way. Cheyenne looking to answer. A little bit off, and she'll go for the 10. I'll note Cheyenne is very passionate about BTS. She has worn a jacket to every show
Really?
that features the band, yes.
But we don't know who they are.
No, not a clue.
Okay.
They were on SNL recently, I know that, but I didn't watch it. And so that mark jumps their lead up to 6 in favor of Sammy, and she will look to fill it. She's got 62 and a ball. And her toss is on the head pin, straight through a spread eagle, +1. She will look to convert this. She has her favorite TV show listed as Friends, one that
See,
you
I
might
know that
know.
one. There we go.
I have never seen Friends,
Oh,
Brian.
come on.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
my God.
And I don't understand why it is having a resurgence among the youth.
We're gonna start this first episode. All the things, the normal things that people do that you don't.
I think it's strange that out of all of the programs that now exist on television, that we're choosing to watch 90s reruns of an average show.
It's a great show. It's not an average
When you
show.
could be watching 16 seasons of Candlepin New Generation. Pair of 7s for our ladies. That brings Cheyenne up to 62, Sammy up to 72, and keeps Sammy's lead at 9. Cheyenne gonna look for her first mark of the match. Try to build a little momentum to hand over to Cody.
Are we on Netflix yet?
We'll get there. I'll talk to Pete about it. I was thinking Twitch this morning would be the place for us.
We probably could get on
I
Twitch.
think we should shoot for Twitch. Cheyenne with the toss, a little off the head pin. 2 makeable spare leaves, variance of the 4 horsemen +1, or -1. Little to the right there. This would be a big opportunity for Cheyenne if she can get it in that 1-2 pocket. Veers a little left, and they'll look for their outs. Pinning, something always critical, but especially so in these youth matches. Leads to some big swing opportunities. Sammy with the 7 gets her to 79 in the 9th. And Cheyenne with a nice 9 brings her up to 71 and knocks the lead down to 7. So 1 more box for our ladies. Sammy has her average listed as 89. She's roughly on pace for that. Cheyenne at 75.5, very specific. She's on pace for it too. Sammy with a nice head pin hit and a tough spare leaf to look at. Cheyenne, meanwhile, veering a little right, trying to find it. Little left. Cheyenne looking for the mark. Plays it conservative, gets her ball on that left side, trying to pick up some pins. Now both ladies looking for their out. And so a 7 for Sammy. Brings her to an 86 final. The 5 for Cheyenne brings her to 76. And that brings the lead up to 9. So an 86 finish for Sammy Smith, 76 for Cheyenne, and our gentlemen will take the lane. Trever Kenneson holding on to a 9-pin lead that Cody Winchell is going to look to chip into.
Week 1, single digits going into the back 5.
Couldn't ask for more.
That's what we wanted.
And one might even say, as we go to a new segment, our millennial word of the day, one might say, yeet.
What
A
does
close
that mean?
match.
What is
According
it?
to this dictionary, it is a way to show excitement or agree.
Nice.
11 more weeks of strong programming like this, Brian.
Keeping up with the youngins.
That's what we do. Trever on the head pin, straight through, no luck. Cody, meanwhile, on the head pin, bounces it around. They'll both look for outs. Through the middle is Trever with 6. And a nice 10 for Cody. And all of a sudden, that makes this match a lot closer. It is 5 now. Cody's sitting at 53 through 6, Trever at 48.
Cody's got no favorites listed here. No foods, no movies, no songs. But he does have a school subject, and it's math.
No, something I'm struggling with right now. Trever looking to make it easy for me, trying to drop all 10.
And that's how you know he can't be trusted.
True. Those math people. Cody, a tough half Worcester. Now Trever with a brutal shot here. That's a tough one. You just got to go for the single and hope. Cody also has listed beating his dad in his league as his proudest bowling accomplishment.
I'm gonna have to ask him about that one.
I agree. My dad and I bowled last week. He beat me.
Yeah?
It was embarrassing.
Made my return to the lanes this year.
Yeah. So an 8 for Trever, another 10 for Cody. Cody's picking up steam here. And he knocks the lead down to 3. So it's getting good.
It is getting good. It's been good.
Trever has his favorite movie listed as Avengers Infinity War. Which is interesting with Endgame having just come out.
Well, I like that because, you know, he answered it honestly.
True. Yeah. He's not about latest trends. He's about
No, it's not the
good
last
cinema.
movie you saw. It's his favorite movie.
That's right.
Infinity War.
Trever veers a little left. So another opportunity for Cody here. Cody on the wood, picks a few up. Now both of our gentlemen looking for outs. Trever just off the head pin. Here would give Cody his team the lead, a 9, and we are all tied up. Trever is at 62 through 8, Cody at 72. And according to my math, which might not be trustable, we are even. So 2 boxes will determine this match. Trever right back on that head pin. He seems to have found it on 38. He's got his best spare leave opportunity of the match with a triangle. Cody just off, but an also makeable spare leave. Trever digging deep. He's on the object pin. Will it carry the 6? It won't. A little bit light. Best box of the match so far for Trever. Cody on the head pin also leaves 1. So these are 2 very important pins. The 9 for Trever. And a 9 for Cody. So we go into the 10th, all tied up. Season 16, starting with a nail biter. 1 box to go. And I will say if we do have a tie, we will do a 2-box sudden death roll-off. Each contestant will bowl 1 more box until we determine a winner. Could be an infinity war of our own. But Cody looking to seek the end game. On the head pin, buries it, leaves a solid 5, but a tough piece of wood, so still anybody's game. Trever on the wood, hits it right where you'd want it, a great bid, leaves a solid 10, but keeps him well in the match. And so a pickup here by Cody, all but wraps it up. He's gonna wanna be high on that wood, I would think, although Woburn's interesting, that wood can bounce around. Hits the wood, bounces around, doesn't catch it. Oh, I'm nervous, Brian.
It comes down to pinning.
Trever catches the 10. What a clutch 10. My heart is racing. Cody looking to match. He is just off. And what a start to our season. 81 for Trever, 90 for Cody. It's a 167 to 166 final to start our season. Brutally close match. We'll talk to the winners. 167 to 166 was the final. My heart is still racing, Brian. It hurts. I hurt.
It was the
That was difficult.
It was the perfect first match. Best way to get the season started.
Couldn't agree more. And if my heart is racing, I can't imagine how yours is, Trever. Amazing job at the finish. Staring at one pin, the 10 pin, and knowing you needed to keep the match going. What the heck was going on in your head?
I didn't think I could do it.
Pulled it off. Is there any way that you try to ground yourself in a moment like that, or how do you focus?
I just blocked everything out and bowled.
And it worked. You picked up the key 10 pin, and that sends you guys to a match in a couple of weeks. Brian, you are with Sammy.
I am Sammy. Big first game. How was bowling at home? How did it help the first match, jitters and throwing a high score?
It was actually pretty easy because I'm very used to these lanes, and the way I bowled is kind of what I expected because the leaves and just.
Yeah, exactly. You knew the lane better. Going into the final box, you guys knew it was tied up. How'd you feel? What were you thinking as he picked that, and then you saw your opponents miss theirs?
I was really nervous because I wasn't sure if we were going to win.
And then, were you proud of him when he got that 10 pin? I thought you just barely nicked it. I thought it was going to go by, but
Yeah, very proud.
awesome. What are you looking forward to change next time you guys bowl? Anything you want to work on, do different?
I want to work on picking up single pins.
Single pins, hardest thing in the game. All right, well, congratulations.
And so we hope to have 11 more matches as close as that one. Maybe not as close because my heart can't take it. We hope you join us next week for another match in our 12 to 14 age group. We will see these two contestants in a couple of weeks. Alongside Brian Rowe, I'm Rob Taylor. Candlepin New Generation Season 16 is underway with our friends from Franklin TV. We're at Woburn Bowladrome. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Candlepin New Generation encourages kids to be active and enjoy candlepin bowling. Candlepin New Generation is made possible by Academy Lanes, New England's largest candlepin center. Visit academylanes.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.